I'm Robert.
I'm Vanessa.
And we're late to the party.
And this is another edition of Better Late Than Never.
Better late than never. And no Travis today, scheduling issues, but he did pick the next theme that we're going to do for the next 7 videos.
Yes, and it is kids sports movies. And yes, I know what you're thinking. It is kids sports movies with kids in them, or it's sports movies that have kids playing sports.
Mostly it's, for kids.
Yeah.
But he did send us a little bit of notes, though, and without the title. He scratched it off so we couldn't see it. But it's funny because you could pretty much figure it out by what he says. So it was released in 1976, July 7th. It's an American sports comedy directed by Michael Ritchie. I don't know who Michael Ritchie is. Budget of $9 million, but it made $42.3 million. Huge.
They knew their market there.
They did, and it actually spawned 2 sequels, a short-lived CBS TV show, and a 2005 remake.
I think the only one that you could think of is Bad News Bears.
Bad News Bears, and it stars Walter Matthau. He could have left that part off, but yes, Walter Matthau, Bad News Bears. This is one that definitely, I would say, kind of kick-started that kids sports movies. It may not even have really been for kids, but it was kids playing the sports, and it was, it was definitely something that echoes, and you see remnants of it in all sports films that have come after it.
Yes.
So we are going to watch the original trailer for Bad News Bears. Now.
There is no limit to what some men will do for money, especially a man like Morris Buttermaker.
No, I really appreciate this. It's just a damn shame that none of the fathers have the time for it. God knows if I wasn't so busy down in City
You got
Hall.
my check, Whitewood? Even if it meant coaching an unlikely group called the Bad News Bears. It was a team of superstars like Mike Engelberg, Rudy Stein, Reggie Tower, Ahmad Abdul-Rahim, the incomparable Ogilvy, Timmy Lupus, Kelly Leak, the Aguilar brothers.
Usual
With
cast
a
of
team
characters.
like this, there is only one way you can go.
Cups and supporters. Gotta be worn at all times. Well, either you wear them, give that one. Either you wear them or you don't play.
Walter Matthau is Morris Buttermaker, a man so desperate to make a buck that he did the unforgivable. He put a girl on the team.
A girl.
Meet your new pitcher, Amanda Wurlitzer.
Juice, Vicks, Snickers, and now a girl?
Oh, different time, different time.
Amanda is no ordinary girl. And with her help, the Bad News Bears went from totally terrible to just plain bad.
Which one's Tatum O'Neal? They all look the same.
I want you to do this league a favor. You and the Bears just drop out.
Amanda knew what the Bad News Bears needed. She also knew how to get it.
If I win, you play baseball for the Bears. And if I win, name it.
Good Rorschach.
What if he
That's
tries
him.
something,
That's him.
I know an 11-year-old girl.
Jackie Earle Haley?
Don't ever say that word again.
Oh, well, if it is, it ain't gonna puke.
How'd you like me to stick this bat where the sun never shines, Turner?
Sit on it.
But a little success is a strange thing. Once you taste it, you want more. And from just plain bad, the Bad News Bears climbed up the ladder to become the team that played baseball like it has never been played before. Academy Award winner Walter Matthau is the coach. Academy Award winner Tatum O'Neal is his secret weapon.
Yep.
Together,
Drinking
they
beers in
turned
the end.
Bad News Bears into a team of superstars you will never forget. The Bad News Bears, the incredible story of how a disaster combined with a catastrophe and somehow became the greatest champs who ever played ball.
Little rope-a-dope there. Because the celebration and all that makes it seem like they come out as victors, but spoilers, if you haven't seen the Bad News Bears, they come in second place. They do not win, and then they try to shove that second place trophy up the other team's ass. Wait till next year.
But I think that whole mentality of like not winning and stuff, it
Right.
reminds me a lot of another movie that does have a kid in it that is kind of recent with Real Steel. Where,
Right, yeah. Or Rocky. I mean,
Or
if
Rocky,
you kind of make
like,
that comparison.
So that is something that you kind of want to see in movies and stuff, because that is real life. Like,
That is
you're
real
not
life.
always going to be first place,
Right.
but you just have to go out there and enjoy and have fun at what you're doing.
Or do the best you can,
Yeah,
as Walter
exactly.
Matthau says. There's that real powerful scene, too, where he loses it on the kids, and eventually he realizes they're kids. They are kids, and just do the best you can. And they do. They do the best they can. They're definitely a rough batch of bears. Incredibly vulgar. They hold nothing back. Seeing a young Jackie Earle Haley as well. And, of course, Tatum O'Neal was killing it back then. And then you've got Walter Matthau, who is amazing. I love Walter Matthau. He is one of like the
Grumpy old man.
grumpy old man. And of course you've got the Odd Couple, and then you have freaking Mr. Wilson and Dennis the Menace. I mean, he was.
Yeah.
I think it was Mr. Wilson that got more of those '90s kids.
Yes,
who he was.
That and Grumpy Old Men
Right.
were kind of the two that I knew Walter Matthau first
Right.
before even seeing like,
Yeah.
oh, he was in this movie.
Yeah, because him and Jack Lemmon, I mean, they were
Yeah.
a very good
Odd
dynamic
couple,
duo.
too,
Yeah,
so, yeah.
an Odd Couple, the film version, not the TV
Right.
series. But yes, the Bad News Bears, I mean, it's definitely one that has been replicated, whether it was they remade it. I think the sequel had William Devane taking over the role as the coach, too. But, I mean, you've seen it already replicated in many other forms, if not just a remake or a sequel that they did
Yeah,
as
and
well.
then the remake
Right.
had
Billy Bob
Thornton as basically playing himself from Bad Santa. So
Yeah, I mean,
essentially.
it does happen. They found something with it. They're like, that's very similar to what you would get with the Bad News Bears, so let's just pluck and put them back in. So
less vulgar.
I've never even seen that one, so
Me
either way,
neither.
but I have seen the Bad News Bears. So thank you guys for joining us on our reaction to the trailer for the Bad News Bears. What do you think of the Bad News Bears? Have you seen it? Let us know in the comments below. You can also like and subscribe.
Did a thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Stardust.
All the social networking, gin joints, you know where they are. Kicking the party, fuel the party, keep the party going at our Patreon. Gets us where we need to go. Gets you these episodes of BLTN a little earlier. Hopefully Travis will be back soon. He can't just leave us all on our own for these. But what do you guys want to see for those sports kids movies? Let us know in these comments. And
I already know one of them that you guys are thinking of, and yes, it probably will be there.
hopefully, because we laid into Travis, we had a little meeting on the theme, and he's like, what do you guys want to see? And we just kept going, so he better choose some of those first heavy hitters that we said, heavy hitters. But either way, thank you guys so much, and as always,
Now it's time to say goodbye.
this party, it's over.
Bye.